Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I know a lot of you have seen when I've done the foiling, and basically all it is I use just the foil paper, and this is the deco foil. I get it at Hobby Lobby, and they come in all different colors, and I have quite a few colors, and it's great if you want a touch of foil on your on your design, but I've yet to get to the finesse of being very good at it. But like I said, it gives me that little touch. Now with that, I did buy the foil quill from We Are Memory Keepers. I have used this several times, but I can't get it to work right. So I'll probably end up having to watch more videos on that. But basically with this, and what we're trying to do, we're just adding a little bit of shimmer to our pages. I'm just going to put down some, and this is just a basic glue stick. And then come back in here, find a place I don't have it at, and then I'm going to burnish it. And I'm going to leave it for a little bit because the glue has to have time to grab hold. So we'll just set that aside. Now there are other ways that I have used to add a touch of shimmer or something to my my work. And let me see if I can find it here. Excuse me. Another way is just basic metallic paint. Stuff you can pick up, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, anywhere. And you can use your finger, which I do quite a lot, but for the sake of doing it on camera, I'm going to use a Q-tip. And then I can just come in here and dab it around. It's not going to give you the same kind of shine that you're going to get with the foil, but it will give you just a touch of that shimmer. But just a little bit down here because I have all this up here. And you will need to give these time to dry. And just doing those two corners. I'm going to set this aside to dry. So that's that one. Oh, excuse me. Another thing that I've used, or several things I've used, is what I've collected along the way. These are just metallic paints that I think came in something from the Dollar Tree, and I hung on to them because they are metallic. Let me set this aside for a second. So you can come in here with these and add, let's try the green. Everybody likes a little bit of green. Now you may have to stir them up, in which case we have a lot of these old wooden coffee sticks. Give that a stir. And I'm going to take the same stick, let's do it down here on this one, and just dab it along that leaf there. Now it may not show up as much color, but it will give it that shimmer to it, that little bit of something something on those leaves. And you can tell it is a green. I'm not sure if it's showing up in the camera, but it is giving you a little bit of shine. And that's what we're after. Let's see, there's a red one here. Let's see how this one is. I'm going to use the other end of the stick, mainly because I don't want to waste my sticks. Alright, we've got one here that's got a bird on it. And I'm just going to come in here and just sort of give me a few little strips here. Just like that. You don't need much. Just something to give that a touch of color there. Now the metallic in the red isn't showing up as well as it did in the green, But that's okay. We're going to set that aside to dry. And then, so I don't lose, get that all over me. I'll go ahead and stick that one in the trash can. So those are other things we can use. Next, I have, it's by Pivo, the Prism Metallics. Now these, we think, and I have asked my paint expert over there, Victoria, and we think these are acrylic enamels. Oh, just the enamels? Okay. Yeah, she's there correcting me today. If there's anything about paint, I always ask her. She's got a lot more knowledge than I do. And again, I'm just going to put some on here, keep it on the stick, and just rub it around there just to give it some type of shimmer. This I would not use your hands with, and if you're using a brush, it does say to clean your brushes with mineral spirits. So, and that's, like I said, I'm not sure if this is even showing up, the shimmer on it, but that's, see, we got those two are the same. That's that one. Now, if you're like me and you use paint, and these are really thick, because you see me having to use the stir stick to stir it up, and they're still not complete. It's still not completely stirred. Or even with some of these, if you don't use them a lot, you may want to invest in what's called mixing beads to help, everything mix up good. And they're basically little stainless steel beads that you can get, and you find them on Amazon. They're called paint mixing beads. Make sure they're the stainless steel, because the stainless steel won't rust. Now, so that one is that one. I want to keep them somewhat together on what we're trying out here. Now, this last one. No, there was one before that. Let's try this one. This is basic metallic acrylic paint. I got this at Target. I have to remember where I get everything. You go into a store and you don't know until you go in about what you can find. Let's do a bit on here. I'm going to grab another Q-tip here. Put some on here. And this is just a regular mixing tray. And just sort of smudge it here and there. We'll do that corner. We'll come down here. We'll do something. Let me see if I can get the rest of that out. And I don't use these all the time, so yes, when I do pull them out, I do have to mix them. And if it's something you can wash with water, you want to use your finger, by all means. That is that one. Now, one that the first time I tried any type of putting any type of shimmer effect was with the metallic lusters. Now, these, they last for a long time. I've got quite a few colors of them, but you'll notice they have a tendency to dry and crack. That one's not too bad. Let me see. Like I said, I've got lots of colors. Yeah, you see how hard that is? There's hardly anything coming up. But that doesn't mean they're not any good. So do not throw them away. Because I'm going to take just my little spritzer pin here, and with water, give it several little spritzes. Put the lid on this. Now, this is where you're going to get messy. You're going to take your finger and rub that in there. Yes, this is messy. And you're thinking, oh, that's so dry, it's not going to do anything. But just look at that. Look at all that on there. And this, I'm going to take the big one here. I can come right along here. And this is not going to give a lot of a shine. It's going to give more of a shimmer. I'll do some down here on here so that you can see what I'm talking about. It gives, like I said, I'm not sure, knowing if this is showing up in the camera. Now these I did get at Hobby Lobby. I think they're like $6, $7 a piece. But that is great. Now, yes, they are messy. But the good thing about these is take a baby wipe and off it comes. Like I said, these things are going to last you forever. They are a little bit pricey. I think I paid $1.99 for this one. These came in a set. They were like, let's see, 4, 8, there's like 12 different colors in these, and that cost me quite a bit. That was like $20-some. This here I paid 69 cents for, I think. And the little, these things came in a, I think it was a Christmas or something, little paint thing from the Dollar Tree. But these were very, quite on the expensive side. Let's see what, and yes, I've got tons of colors. So we showed the silver. This is a purple. I want to find one that's really, really dry so that I can show you how easy these are. That one's not as dry as this one. Yes, they do have little covers in them that usually get stuck on the inside of the lid. I haven't used these in so long. That one's not as dry as now, I have had these for, probably since 2019. And see, that one you can see around the edges where it's coming apart. And yeah, there's not much coming up on that one. Let me go through these others, see if any of them are just as dry. Now see these, that one is pretty good. Try this one for last. This one I think is the same way. Yep, you see those are coming off. And it's really quite simple. I'm just going to take these and run my finger over that so I can get that off my finger. And they give you a nice little shimmer effect. All right, where's my... And they come off easily with a baby wipe. So let me see, I think, yeah, this one, yeah, there's nothing coming up on that one. As it was with these. I don't know why I have been coughing so much today. We had the worst thunderstorm ever this morning. It actually knocked a cup off the shelf. And see, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the water on the top. And then all I'm going to do is take my finger and run it around, moistening that up. I would not use water and glycerin with this. I've only ever used water, and it comes out great. Just, move that around until you get it worked into the top, and look at that color. Come in here and we'll do some on this side. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's a great way to add a touch of color and a little bit of shimmer. I don't know how the purple is. Is the purple still? The purple's almost. Now the purple could use I'm just going to put a squirt on there. Because it's not totally dry, but it's getting there. And you can see the color. Just dab that on there. And there we go. Just that easy. And I love these things. I love using all of them. Yes, some are more expensive than others. To tell you the truth, I bought the Prism Fantasies on a whim because I saw someone else use them, basically. I know, I tell y'all not to do it, and here I did it. But that was years ago. I've had them since either 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. Of course, they don't give you a date on any of these things. But yeah. And that gets it off enough to where now I can go and wash my hands and the rest of it will come off. But that's what I've used. Basically 2 sticks and 2 of those. I could have used my fingers. I'm going to come in here because you know me, I've got to clean up my mess. Come right in here. There goes one. Both of those are clean. Now just there, that can go back. It's never spotlessly clean. Oh, excuse me so much. I have no idea why I've been coughing so much. So these are the different things we can use. Now, at one time, even I used to use makeup, you know, the eyeshadow and the shimmer stuff, but I've gotten away from that because it tends to rub off and it doesn't really, you know, stay that well. But you can use it. Starting out, I used it until I found, you know, something else to use and went on to it. So from this one, the metallic paint, that's a little bit closer to a foiling effect. I'm not sure it's showing up. I'm trying to move it so you can see. So that would give you more like a foiling with this one here. So as I show you, I'm going to put them away. These, see if these are dry. Okay, that one's dry. You see that it gives it that little shimmer on the green of the leaves. Now I could probably come back in here with, I don't think I have red, but I could come in here with the blue or the purple and touch up this. I may not. That could be for later. The red, it is still wet, so I'm not going to touch it. But it's supposed to be a red metallic, but it doesn't show the metallic very well. But it is a way to add color, just a pop here and there of, you know, what you may want. So I'm going to set that back up there because that's not dry yet. This is my metallic paint that I got from Target. And that gives more of a shimmer, not so much a foiling shimmer, but it does give you a metallic shimmer. So that one's good. I'll put this back in here where it goes. These here, oh, those are the ones I showed you. I put that one up. This one here, this there's no way that's dry. And it gives you, it does give you a shimmer, not so much foiling, but most of the colors in these are, let's see if I can grab a few out. They're the lighter shades, so you're not gonna, to me, they don't really come up with a lot of color, but it does give you that shimmer effect. So I'll set this one up here to finish drying, and I can put this back in my it. And then finally, we have our metallic luster rub-ons, which, as you can see, they give you color, they give you shimmer. These are a little pricey per piece, but you can get them on sale. And I try to keep most of my stuff in like a shoebox. Something else I got from Dollar Tree. Put those in there. I do have my little coffee stirrers in there. Here are my little metallic beads. They all fit in here. And put my lid on it and it's ready to go back on the shelf. And on the side, I did put, you know, where it says metallic luster and all the different paints on there, so that I know what's in here. So that's new ways, or different ways, not so much new, but different ways that we can get a metallic something onto our, oh, I left this on there. This is with the foiling paper, and I just pulled it off. Look at that. Nice big streak. Probably because I waited so long. If you don't wait too long, then you end up with this little splattering. So, all different ways to add a touch of shimmer, shine, little gloss to our work. So, try some of these. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed what I've shared with you today, give me a thumbs up. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If not, please do become a subscriber. And hit that bell notification, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are our journaling days. We have our Victorian journal and our jewel tone journal that we're working in. We're almost done with the Victorian. So we'll have to find another journal to start after that. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And Saturday, like today, is a whatever kind of day. Tips, hints, little tricks we've learned, and it's all to help us get a little bit more experimental. Because you never know until you try something if you're going to like it or not. So until next time, bye guys.